I'm on a quest for the ultimate in training ultra cushion running shoe. And today we're going to take a look at another one. It is a Diadora Mythos Blushield Vigore. So let's take a look and see how this one stacks up. So here we go. After a 30-mile bike ride, I'm set up to take my Diadora Mythos Blushield Vigore, nice Italian name, out for their first maiden run. So I'm off. So how do these shoes stack up in real world running conditions? Well, I've taken them out. I've run on the road, I've run in sand, and I've run in the water with these shoes and find them to be quite acceptable in all three conditions. So let's take a look at the Diadora Mythos Blushield Vigore. The weight on this shoe is 11.8 ounces. Now, give or take 3% up or down the size range. Little heavy for a shoe, and it does feel like it runs a little heavy, especially in the midsole and back. I could feel it kind of pulling down. The drop is 11.5 millimeters. That's a big drop for a shoe. That has been absolutely no issue for me whatsoever running it so far. It comes in two colors for men's and two colors in women's. Manufacturer suggested retail price, $170 US. Found no information about any recycled content in this shoe. But as far as tech goes, they call this the DD Amina system for cushioning and for powerful thrust off the front. Now, this is the area that I'm really interested in as I'm looking for a training shoe. They have used two different compounds on the sole. The front half is done with a blown flex-off system, they call it, and the back is Duratec 5000 for good wear. Now, after running these shoes 11 miles, which is about the number that I shoot for on my first test, I've looked at the shoe and I see literally no wear whatsoever. All of the edges in the heel are sharp still. All of the little tiny grooves in here are still there all the way across. On the push-off up front, you could clean them and put them back in the box. This shoe looks like we might get a little bit of mileage out of it, and hopefully we will. One of the comparisons that I like to do that matters a lot is the comparison in cost. Now, in the real world, I was able to pick this up at my local running store. I am in their club for $138. You see here the Brooks Adrenaline that I've run in forever, they cost $139. I got about 290 miles out of each pair. That's 47 cents a mile. Now the Hoka Clifton Edge, I pay $169 for these. I get about 200 miles out of them. That's 85 cents a mile. The last shoe that I wore was the On Cloud Monster. A great shoe for the weight and for push-off. Again, I paid $138 for them, but only got 106 miles out of them before they were totally shot for $1.34 a mile. Not sustainable. Now the Mythos Blushield Vigore, again, I paid $138 for these. My goal is 250 miles or 55 cents a mile. Watch for my retirement video when I'm finished with these shoes that'll show you the final mileage and the final cost per mile for this shoe. The tail of the tape. What's this shoe going to score? On a scale of 0 to 50 points with 10 points per category. As far as the look of this shoe goes, that's a bad looking shoe there. I really love the look of this shoe. It goes really good with my kits. I give this look an 8 out of 10. As far as fit goes, the toe box fits really nice to me. The heel fits really nice. Problem with this one is they do not run true to size. I have been an 11.5 in every shoe that I've worn for years. This one I had to drop down to a size 11. Not that big a deal. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. As far as performance goes, it does run heavy, but it feels great on the road, it feels great in the sand, and it feels great on the wet. So I'm going to give this for road a 7, For wet, a 7, and for sand, a 7. So the final score on this Diadora shoe is 36.5 out of 50. Would I buy it again? At this point, if I get the mileage out of it, yes, I would buy this shoe again. So if you got value out of this video, drop down below, give me a thumbs up, tell me what shoe you're wearing for your training. Check out this video right here. This is Coach John. Boom! I'm out.